Hello, Voices of Recovery. This your girl LeeLee. I have a special guest with us today, introducing Mr. Sean. Sean, could you tell the camera hello?
Hi, how are you?
All right, so me and Sean is going to touch on a topic today that is rarely discussed. We're talking about how a parent can or cannot have a hard time accepting the lifestyle of an LGBTQ child. I've struggled with that a lot. In the beginning, I had issues with being accepted by my family for my lifestyle. You know, they loved me, but it was just against our religion, the way I was raised up, religion, to accept that, the same sex. It just was shunned upon. I was raised in a holiness church, and, they just wasn't going for it. But times have changed, and I just feel like, if you love your child, you love them unconditional. So Sean is going to open up and talk to us about how it was hard for him, to accept it, to find an acceptance. And I'll let him start off by telling you how it was and where we're at now with it.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Sean.
When my son was growing up, he liked to use makeup and fingernail polish, and he played with dolls and stuff, and it was very difficult for me to accept that was his choice. At some point I felt that a boy should grow out of that, and he never did. And now he is 14 years old and he identifies as a girl, and through recovery I've come to learn what acceptance is, and my desire to have a relationship with my child has become more prominent in my life. And as difficult as it is for me to understand what it's like for an individual to make the choice to be a woman or a man, I realized that in order for me to have a relationship with my child, that his choice is his choice and my choices are my choices. I chose to use drugs and alcohol to cover up a lot of my pain and suffering, and in the process of that, my family was accepting. However, they did not like the way I was choosing to live. And no matter what I chose to do, my family always was there for me. And one way or another, I had that support. And who am I to deny my son the same support? Through a parenting class that I'm taking, I realized that I've been discriminating against my own child since he was a very young boy, and that wasn't fair of me to him, and that really
It's okay.
that really hurt when I realized that I had done that to my son. And I came to a point where I really just wanted to have a relationship with my child, and whether he's choosing to be a boy as he was born or a woman as he feels that he is, that's his choice, and it's my role in his life to choose to be his dad or not to do that. And it's also my responsibility to be his parent in the best capacity that I can choose to be. And I have a lot of things that there's a lot of things that I can do to support him and love him unconditionally. Through my addiction, I was very, very confused as to what love was. I manipulated love, care, and concern of everyone, family, friends, strangers. It just does not matter who, as long as I was benefiting from it. And the program teaches you have to give back what you get. And I'm giving back. I'm taking the lessons that I've learned in recovery, and I'm applying it to all my relationships, especially the relationship that I want to have with my son. After 3.5 years of not seeing my son, which is now my daughter, and that's okay with me, he chose to come and see me. She came and chose to see me. And it's still something that I'm getting used to, using the pronouns. And to be actively involved in my child's life, I have chosen to seek out support groups of the LGBTQ community to understand the role that I'm going to be playing in his life, to be there for him to the best capacity that I can, and to understand the struggles and the difficulties that he or she will be facing in their life. And that is the most important thing in this world, is our children. And they are going to be our future. And to accept this, it is the most beautiful thing. I had the opportunity to visit with my child after 3.5 years, and she is willingly open to a relationship with me, simply on the fact that she wants to have a relationship. And there's no judgment there. No matter how much I've not been there and available to her, I'm being given the chance to get to know my daughter for who she is. And that is the most, it makes me very happy that I've came to a point in my life where I can set myself aside and sacrifice my own beliefs and teachings from my parents and grow with my daughter in my life. And to those that are out there that are struggling with a situation similar to mine, there are support groups available to parents of the lesbian and gay community, and it's called PFLAG, and there's a phone number on Google, and there's other support groups that are available to help understand what our children are going through. And like I said earlier, our children should and always be the most important people in our lives. And no matter what our mistakes are, they love us and they want our love in return. And if a child can set themselves aside to believe in us as their parent and be willing to have the relationships that we are so not willing to have, or maybe just uneducated enough to learn how to be there for them, these support groups are very helpful. I'm still looking into becoming a part of them, and I believe with my heart and soul that they will help me be the person that I can be and the parent and father that I can be for my child. And under any circumstances, I will no longer live a life that will continuously hurt and discriminate against my own child. It hurts them even more than it hurts us. And believing in your child no matter who they are, who they choose to be, is of utmost importance. Without our love and support, who will they be? And who are we to deny them that and then be regretful or resentful towards ourselves and others because we chose to not take the appropriate actions to learn and grow with our children rather than stifle them with our beliefs and the way we were raised. This is a new day and age, and people are allowed to be who they are without the stigma and the discrimination and, profiling of who they should be or who we believe them to be. It just doesn't matter. We're all people, we're all individuals, and our choices as straight, heterosexuals, lesbian, gay, we're all Homo sapiens. And at the end of the day, we're just people that want to be loved. And love is more powerful than hate and all that other stuff that was mentioned. We went through struggles as addicts, and we were judged for the choices that we've made. Let's stop that and come together, join hands, and be a part of society and build something rather than looking to destroy it just because of who we think people should be.
Awesome. Wow. This is a very much needed, discussion. I'm very grateful for Sean's time and, just to show so much raw emotion, it's real. For a parent to, come to terms and say, hey, I wasn't fair. I love you. I want to be in my child's life. Navigating what coming out means is an issue with a lot of family, and it's okay to need time to adjust. But building a comfortable level of talking openly about your child's sexuality is something that's very needed. And I know the LGBTQ community definitely applauds Sean for his message, and we embrace it wholeheartedly. To those loved ones, I hope you can get something out of this. If you have loved ones that are in the LGBTQ community, please take consideration of this message, because we have a heart, we feel things. This topic brought up a lot for me, myself, because I went through a lot of rejection, and, I went through some raw emotions coming up when I was transitioning over to this lifestyle, and it was hard for my parents to accept it. And my mother, she accepted it way faster than my pops. My pops, he still kind of struggles with it today, but we're a work in progress, and I never give up on my pops, and one day I pray and hope that he comes around, but this message is for anyone that struggles with accepting it. Just remember this: you loved your child unconditional before you knew about your child's lifestyle. Your child's lifestyle is just a part of them. It's not who they are, it's a part of them. And I will close with that. Remember, voices of recovery. Yes, definitely. Sean, want to add one more thing to this video.
I would like to say that I'm very proud of my child and his strength for being who he is, who she is, and it takes a very lot of strength to come to someone and say, this is who I am, and hopes that they will be accepted, to find that, and ultimately sometimes acceptance does come with rejection, But in this case, for anyone that is out there that is struggling with who they are, be who you are and be proud of that, because I am very proud of my daughter for being who she is and coming out and saying what she truly believes in herself.
Voices of Recovery, this is one for the history. Definitely, as I always say, Voices of Recovery is life-changing. Stick around. There is more in store. Keep your head up and not down. Wear a smile and not a frown, because it takes just too many damn muscles. And stick around, because this thing is life-changing. And stay blessed until next time. Peace.